Our story began in 1906 in Guangzhou, when Fung Liu and his partner formed a business venture to export highly demanded products such as porcelain, silk, and other Chinese products to the West. As business prospered, Fung Liu sent his second son, Fung Hongchu, to Hong Kong, where he handled the shipping of goods from the city and formally established Li & Fung Limited in 1937. After the Second World War, Li & Fung began to export garments, toys, electronics, and plastic flowers, while Hong Kong grew into a manufacturing economy.
And we're very proud to be that pioneer and that standard bearer.
In the early 1970s, Victor and William returned to Hong Kong to join the family business as the third generation of the family. The company vision was to restructure and transform Li & Fung into a modern enterprise and attract professionals of all levels.
And our ability to cope with change is in everything we do.
The 1980s and the 1990s saw a remarkable period of industrialization and rapid growth in the region. Riding on these new opportunities, Li & Fung grew into a global supply chain manager, building an extensive sourcing, manufacturing, logistics, and distribution network.
Every generation, it seems like we have to reinvent ourselves.
But in this story of constant change and reinvention, some enduring values remain unchanged. These are the family values that have become intrinsic parts of the group's corporate culture.
Now, you may ask what family values really mean. I think to us, it really means loyalty. Loyalty to our staff, loyalty to our customers, and long-term relationships. Now, the second aspect is entrepreneurship, or if you would, the ability to adapt successfully to new environments.
In the 1990s, Li & Fung acquired a series of major businesses, globalizing its operations and expanding its sourcing capabilities. Today, it is the leading consumer goods design, development, sourcing, and logistics company for major retailers and brands around the world.
In the industry, there's no better network, right? We have experts in retail, we have experts in logistics, in distribution, in sourcing. We have experts that knows every types of sort of retail, from high-end brands to mid-end to low-end.
In 2012, trading, distribution, logistics, and retailing were grouped under Fung Holdings 1937 to become known as the Fung Group. With a vision to build retailing as another core business, Fung Retailing Limited was formed in 1985.
Our vision is really to make the Fung Retailing Group the premier retailing group servicing Chinese and Asian consumers globally.
In order for the branded businesses incubating in Li & Fung to have an identity of their own, Global Brands Group was formed and listed on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange in July 2014. Today, it is one of the world's leading branded fashion, accessories, footwear, and apparel companies with a diverse portfolio of owned and licensed brands.
And I think the next generation's task will be to now be a truly global company, to manufacture and sell in both the developed and developing parts of the world.
To maintain our leadership position in the digital age, the group has launched large-scale experimental projects such as the Explorium in Shanghai, designed for businesses to observe and explore how real-life Chinese consumers interact with new technologies, products, and environments. The group has also dedicated considerable resources to engage with local communities in environmental protection activities, in promoting education, and in leadership training.
So the idea of developing our involvement with the local communities wherever we are, the idea of worrying about the safety of the workers that actually in the factories that supply us, the idea of worrying about our environment, building community, building leaders for the future in our Fung Foundation, I think will be an increasing part of the whole group.
The group looks into the future and see a new world brought about by new technologies and new consumer market dynamics.
Changing into a new business model that suits the new world. That's what we're after.
What excites me most about the future is in fact the change. You know, what we have done and what we have excelled is change. To be able to in a sense, interpret the change, see through to the future, and then establish a strategy to get there. We want to create the future.
The Fung Group story continues with a vision to create the future.